Welcome to this new episode of the Diary of a Lawyer. And this is going to be quick regarding the ICC. It's been in the news in the last few days regarding matters involving in the war in Ukraine. But we're not going to go into those finite details, but rather the um, jurisdiction and basic functions of the court. So the ICC was formed under the Rome Statutes of 1980 Rome Statutes to uh, investigate, prosecute, and ultimately, as a deterrent, prevent serious systemic crimes. Among those are crimes like crimes against humanity, genocide, uh, systemic deportation, torture of populations, and so on and so forth. So those are the kind of crimes that leads to the ICC intervention. Now, members can join the ICC voluntarily, and prosecutions or investigations can be initiated by referral from the UN Security Council or by the court on its own volition can initiate investigations and eventually prosecutions. The ICC is funded by member states that are part of the ICC, and it can also look into allegations of victims that were committed by a member state or on the territory of a member state. Now, the ICC does not replace national authorities, but only intervenes when the national authorities, for one reason or the other, have failed to meaningfully intervene legally, prosecute, or stop serious systemic um, crimes that are within the jurisdiction of the ICC. In the past, we've had high-level arrests of heads of state and interventions through specific tribunals focusing on specific countries. It is based in The Hague, and it's made up of various organs and offices and a mixture of judges from different countries. Now, the one last point I want to say is that there have been criticism, some valid, some not so, more legitimate criticisms regarding the disproportionate number of prosecutions and investigations against people of African descent, in particular Africa. Now, that could be looked at two sides. One is say that, well, there have been many atrocities and dictatorships and misgovernance in Africa, and therefore it's only natural that the disproportionate nature of those prosecutions come from that region. However, other people argue that, well, there have been other mass crimes and committed in other parts of the world, and why aren't those people prosecuted? Now, that's a matter for people, in a different debate. My focus was just to quickly go through the jurisdiction, the powers, and the functioning, the basic function of the ICC. That is it in a nutshell. There's another video that goes into another episode in slightly more greater detail, but this is just a nutshell of what the ICC, International Criminal Court, which was established under the Rome Statute of 1988, the powers and jurisdictions, and what it can't and can't do. Thank you. Speak to you soon, and There's another episode of The Diary Lawyer. We'll speak again.